You wouldn't think that someone who had averaged A stars throughout all of their subjects throughout the entire year would even have to be worrying, but with this system, their offer has been rescinded, and like they've got nothing. They're gonna have to resit the exams. So far, this is not looking good. I've not heard like any success stories, or that there's a lot of people that are unhappy and missing their university offers. It's just a mess, honestly. Like, even the teachers are not agreeing with the grades that have been made. They think that the teachers are 33% wrong, so they shifted it down significantly. I think that's a bit of a conspiracy theory, but honestly it would make sense because it is just so odd. Like, his favourite lesson, chemistry higher level, was decreased from a 7 perfect score to a 4, which is like a D. From 42 to 28 is literally like 1.5 less. Like, they literally divided his grade by 1.5, and that probably is just because he is from a worse school or from a smaller school. He's saying that his teachers didn't overpredict, so they're not sure what kind of algorithm they used to calculate everyone's grades, and everyone's just trying to console him and all of that, because just imagine you work so hard and then all of that is just ruined by an algorithm. And he's probably lost out on his university place, and I feel like 2021 will just be one of the most cutthroat years in history for university admissions, and I'm not looking forward to that. I don't even know, it just seems like I haven't seen one person get higher than they were predicted, or like get what they were predicted. Know that so many students worldwide were messed up by this is just so like unfathomable. It's literally so sad to see, honestly, but for that I wanted to see happy things, but instead I was seeing pain and hashtag a scandal. Hello, today is Monday the 6th of July, IB Results Day, and if you didn't know, IB means International Baccalaureate, and it's basically the same as A-levels, except they do 6 subjects, 3 higher level and 3 standard level. Grading system is out of 45, and a 7 is an A star, a 6 is an A/B, a 5 is a C, and then so on. And today is results day for that, and I've been kind of shocked by the results coming out on Reddit, the student room, Twitter, even Facebook. So many students are really disappointed in their results, especially compared to their predicted grades and their marks in their class tests. So on Reddit, there's a subreddit called r/IBO. They're posting the results compared to the actual predicted grades, and it's been quite shocking because considering it's out of 45, and you know each subject is graded 1 to 7, so if you like add up their total grade, I've read that some people were getting a whole 10 points lower than their predicted grade. So say they were predicted like 40, which is an exceptional score, they got like 30, or even worse, they got like 35 and they got 25, which is like a more average score and not enough for universities. So on Reddit, worried IB student was predicted 41 and came out with 34, was really upset because they got C's in their strongest subjects, high level physics and math, as in like 4 and a 5. So they're really upset because now they don't have their firm or their insurance choice and will just have to resit the exam and be without a destination. And there's just countless stories of people being really disappointed. Bulky Carrot, these are some great names, was predicted 44. Oh gosh, oh no. He was predicted 44, which is an absolutely exceptional score, but he got a 33 with a D in his extended essay, which is a bit crazy. Like, I guess to say that in A-level terms it would be a D in your EPQ, like your extended project. I was watching some YouTube reactions of their results, and someone got a 3 in chemistry when they were predicted a 5. So that is just a bit peak. I'm seeing that the IB students are trying to organise a mass email to the IB system so that they can just answer it more and just kind of come back with some more evidence on what the algorithms were based on and how they're going to do this, because it's just crazy, honestly. And it's just really sad seeing all the people that aren't meeting their university offers. Can Mao says he was predicted 37 but got 31, which is 6 grades under what he wanted, and he was very confident in his IAs. IA is individual assessment and is evaluated by subject teacher with a list of criteria, subject related work, oral performances, portfolio, lab reports and essay required thing. Like we have that in A-levels as well. So that's a bit worrying that he did really well in what was already marked by his teachers, but was still given a really bad grade compared to what he was predicted and wanted. Sveta Anuma says, what a disappointment. All of my friends had 4 to 7 point drop. For me, all 5 of my grades went down by 1 from the predicted. Oh, we're a very small school that has had issues with qualified teachers, and maths was never in our favour. So that just shows like where your school doesn't have a strong previous cohort and the ones that haven't been as high achieving, it's shown that like for all of their friends they've had 4 to 7 points drops, which is a lot, and honestly it's just such a mess. I'm really hoping that perhaps on these threads and things people are just on there because they've been getting worse, so it's not actually representative of the whole country and like the whole world, because IB is international. But so far this is not looking good. I've not heard like any success stories, even people achieving their predicted grade. Gabe 1754 said he was predicted 43 but got 35. Everyone is just really upset, just really distrusting, and people are saying that they kind of think this is all happening because obviously from people resitting the exams, the IB will be able to make money back because people have to pay for the exams and things like that. So I think that's a bit of a conspiracy theory, but honestly it would make sense because it is just so odd. Like it's a mess, and it's just it would have taken a while for them to make an algorithm that would work for every student. So considering the time they've had, it's I guess more understandable that there's a lot of people that are unhappy and missing their university offers. On the student room, I was already seeing that people had applied for clearing, were getting places, well, getting interviews for medicine at like St. George's and stuff. So if you're doing an IB, then definitely look at clearing. Mr. Lakeys has made a little meme and it says IB students and teachers today. And it's just a random number generator from 1 to 7. It's just a mess, honestly. Like even the teachers are not agreeing with the grades that have been made. I guess that's relating to the whole 33% thing. They think that the teachers are 33% wrong, so they shifted it down significantly. He also said marked, algorithmically extrapolated, et voila. And so they're just saying that they don't think that it's really related to the way that they've submitted the evidence. This is actually so sad to see, honestly, but like yeah, Ibrahim said, anyways, IB need to show the algorithm they used to score us 2020 candidates. At the very least, they owe us an explanation as to why so many people's scores are so far off their predictions. I want to see the numbers and the maths, the data, please. So it's just so sad. I really hope that, especially with A-levels, that they'll show the algorithm that they use to scale all of the grades to make them more correct. And people are saying that people have been emailing them, mass emailing them, and on Instagram they just said to call them. So they're not really making a statement. They're not really taking it like it's a huge thing, which is kind of frustrating for students. But I really hope that they'll take this seriously and show the mechanics that they use to get all of these results compared to the predicted grades and the rankings and all of that. On Twitter, Desamonte responded to someone asking, and it's really sad. He went from a 42 to a 28, which is just crazy, right? Like that is a very large decrease. So from 42 to 28 is literally like 1.5 less. Like they literally divided his grade by 1.5. That is very significant, and he's just saying how he's not got a university place now. His favourite lesson, chemistry, higher level, was decreased from a 7 perfect score to a 4, which is like a D. And that probably is just because he is from a worst school or from a smaller school. So yeah, he's saying that his teachers didn't overpredict, so they're not sure what kind of algorithm they used to calculate everyone's grades, and everyone's just trying to console him and all of that, because just imagine, like, you work so hard and then all of that is just ruined by an algorithm, you know? I feel like this is kind of the future. Like, we're just being so controlled by technology and not physical work. And obviously it's a pandemic and that's why, but it's just a bit mad to see how it's really affecting us so much. So on Twitter, 3Nandi says, just checked my IB results. For personal reasons, I'm never speaking to anyone again. If it's important, email me through a pigeon. So that is very funny. And then they said, anyways, IB fails students to make them pay more money for test retakes in an attempt to increase their grades. And that's the tea. And I think that is the tea, because they know that people aren't going to be able to progress with those terrible grades. So they're going to have to resit them, meaning they're going to get more money. And that is what everyone wants in this capitalist world. So we can't be shocked. Someone's made a petition. I feel like this time has really been the age of petitions, and I hope this goes through. At the moment it's got 53 signatures and I've just signed, and they said, save the students. Regrade inaccurate IB results 2020. So they said, examinations for International Baccalaureate for 2020 were cancelled due to COVID-19. Due to this, exam results were calculated from the student from selected data from schools and students' past working material. Many students across the globe have received results that do not reflect ability and do not match the past predicted grades. That's the wrong there, but you know, whatever. Due to this, many students have lost places at university. Oh, that is so sad. I'm calling all students who feel wrongly marked to come forward and make a stand. We don't know the way these results were generated, and there is a conflicting pattern of wrongful grading that has not reflected students' work throughout the course of their IB journey. We would like information of how these grades were curated for them to be made public, for them to be made truly reflect. Okay, it wasn't written the best, but you know, they were probably very upset writing this, so I can't fault. Students have been cheated and futures ruined with this incorrect correlation of results. Wow. Max Goodman is saying, my daughter was predicted a 44 or 45 and they've given her a 37 seemingly randomly. No explanation. This is unacceptable. And you know what, Max, I agree, absolutely unacceptable. Like, how can you go from like a perfect score of like predicted all A stars to be predicted like lower? And honestly, with people that are predicted like really high grades, then you know, fair enough. If they fall a bit, they're not that bad. But I remember watching like last year for Cambridge and Oxford and things, they literally want like a perfect score for you to get in for your offer requirements. Like maths, they literally want like the highest grades, the highest step exam, which is the maths exam. So there's no space for them to be reduced that much. Like, literally just so depressing. But under the IB's Twitter, in this extraordinary year today, 170k students around the world were receiving their IB results. They've joined a community of more than 2 million lifelong learners in 150 countries around the world. Congratulations. So obviously they're being positive because, you know, that's what you do as a company. And then you just scroll down and you just see all of these horror stories, and it's just so sad. Sebastian 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 was dropped 6 points from his predicted and scored 6s in English and history despite having consistent 7s throughout classes. Wow. People are saying hashtag IB scandal. Whoa. Thani is saying, you've ruined a lot of people's futures. Oh gosh, this is just facts, absolute facts. Aaron said, I haven't got below 90% in any exam for the whole year. I was predicted a 7 and got a 5. And that is just peak Iran. I'm so sorry. You can just see how the exceptional people are being faded out. Like, they're not being able to actually show their actual capabilities, and it's just being standardized and completely lost. And he's probably lost out on his university place. And I'm seeing loads of people saying same, and it's just really sad. Honestly, I don't even know. Like, I found the hashtag now, IB scandal. It's looking crazy. I'm seeing very unhappy students. Annie is saying, you didn't use examiners, you left so many of them out of work, but you charged us for the exams, and now you want us to pay for a remark. And when that doesn't work, we will need to pay to retake the exam we didn't take but paid for. Non-profit? I don't think so. Tell them, Annie. Tell them. That is just that. Like, Annie and Anna said, went from 42 to 33. My dream university rescinded my offer and I have to pay to retake the exams myself. In my eyes, because gosh, it'll just be the people that are doing worse that will get worse off. But it's showing even the really, really high achievers are losing their places. Like, say she was a medic and had like medicine offer, you wouldn't think that someone who had averaged A stars throughout all of their subjects throughout the entire year would even have to be worrying. But with this system, their offer has been rescinded and like they've got nothing. They're gonna have to resit the exams. I think the IB resits are in like January, so that's even worse than October. Miss Rona did not come to play. Like, people are literally so upset. ANZUS said, unprofessional for your management of the pandemic. Since the start, you refused to communicate with your students. I got a D in my EE, but was predicted a B. Oh gosh, they got the diploma with a 26, but no college will accept them. And this is just crazy because this is literally a worldwide exam, and like England, America, Europe, like Africa, like literally everywhere uses the IB. And to know that so many students worldwide were messed up by this is just so like unfathomable, and they really need to fix up and release the algorithm that they use. I feel like they should definitely make the retake cheaper so that it's more available for people that are like not able to pay, and they should have bursaries for that. They should do like all that they can to make it as fair as it can be. All of the students who like don't have a university place now, like, it's just crazy. Like, I don't even know what is going to happen. I hope that when it's like results day for us with A levels, that there will be loads of places for really good universities so that people can get in. Though it's really sad that people have earned their places and gone through interviews, done everything so well, shone and earned their place, but then they get rejected from them calculating their grades really badly and having to take a year out to reapply. So just imagine there's going to be all the A-level students, all of the IB students, and all of the international students who weren't able to travel due to the pandemic. And all of these people are going to be applying for next year, 2021, while you also have all of the year 12s who are going to be year 13s by then. So it's just going to be absolutely insane. And I feel like 2021 will just be one of the most cutthroat years in history for university admissions, and I'm not looking forward to that. And it's really stressful. I've seen so many people crying about it, and like the student room is not happy, and Reddit is not happy, Twitter is not happy, Instagram is not happy, and even Facebook is not happy. So they need to fix up and they need to just help us somehow, because at the end of the day, all of these CEOs are sitting in their houses and just chilling out, but meanwhile thousands of students are just losing out on their future. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. That's what we have to believe. It'll be okay. It's like rejection is redirection. A false algorithm is a new way forward. Yeah, I don't know. The A-level organisations will learn from this and release the algorithm that they use and make it cheaper, make it more accessible, and just everything like that. I really hope universities are so lenient, because like there's going to be so few people that are going to be able to get in, and I don't even know. It just seems like I haven't seen one person get higher than they were predicted or like get what they were predicted. It's just crazy. I just wanted to hope that that's because, you know, the successful people aren't really online being like, oh, I didn't do well. But at the same time, obviously people are celebrating when they do things right online. So I'm just not seeing what I want to be seeing. I wanted to see some people like, oh yeah, I got 45, I got an A in my extended project thing and all of that. I wanted to see happy things. But instead I was seeing pain and hashtag a scandal. So, you know, that's not what I expected when I woke up this morning, but here we are and people aren't happy. But yeah, for A-levels, I just hope that they're able to learn from all of this and that we won't have to go through the same thing, or perhaps even worse, because there's a lot of UK students, and considering the IB is so like spread out, it might be harder to help the schools standardise because they're also different, like different countries, different languages. But with the A-levels, there's a lot more similarity between schools, so hopefully it'll be easier for them to rank the schools well and just make it work somehow. But yeah, I've made some other videos about all of the problems that have arisen since schools were closed down and everything. But yeah, everyone just stay safe, wear a mask, and like don't stress yourself out too much. We'll be fine. It's like whatever happens, as long as you're healthy, your family are healthy, and all of that, it'll be okay. Peace and love. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.